At the start of the drama, a satellite is being launched, but some error occurs during the process. The male lead, Yan Shi, finds the error and everyone praises him. On the other hand, the female lead, Xiang Yuan, says to her grandpa, "I don't want to get married. I want to do something in my life. Please, give me one last chance." Grandpa says, "All right, ever since I fell ill, the company has been at a loss. It could go bankrupt at any time. You join the company and bring in a 10% profit, and if you can't do that, I'll have you marry Mr. Zhang's grandson." Zhang agrees to all the conditions. As Xiang is preparing to leave, her brother says to her, "What do you know besides gaming? Just marry whomever Grandpa tells you to." Xiang says, "You don't need to lecture me. You're useless yourself." When Xiang arrives at the airport, Yan Shi is also there with his younger brother, Yu. Yan Shi goes to buy something, and Yu sits on a bench with Xiang, who is eating snacks. Then Xiang offers snacks to Yu, but he refuses. And then they both travel on the same flight. Xiang is sitting in a taxi, smiling as she looks at Yu. Then she sees Yan Shi, who was her school friend, and Xiang starts to hide upon seeing him. Yan Shi and Gao also get into Xiang's taxi. Xiang messages her friend, "I met Yan Shi." On the way, the car breaks down. So Gao says to Xiang, "If you want, you can walk with us," and asks Xiang for money to pay the taxi driver. Just then, the car is fixed, and Gao exchanges his seat with Xiang. The car driver asks Xiang for her location. Then the phone connects to the car. Just then, Xiang gets a call from her friend who asks her, "Did you really meet Yan Shi? He had to leave school because of you. Poor guy. Now he's become a car seller. Is that why you want to help him?" Yan Shi says to Xiang, "We've met after so many years." Xiang is very embarrassed, goes to her apartment, and tells her friend everything. In the next scene, Xiang arrives at the company, and the company head welcomes her warmly. Just then, the company's vice president arrives, and the company head introduces Xiang and says she will lead Team B of the technical department. Just then, Yan Shi arrives, and the head introduces him to Xiang, saying he is leading Team A. Xiang says hello to Yan Shi and extends her hand for a shake, but Yan Shi doesn't respond. Xiang says he hasn't changed at all. He was like this in childhood too. The head of the department tells Yan Shi, "Show Xiang the rest of the departments." In the next scene, as Xiang is walking towards Yan Shi, her foot stumbles and she is about to fall. But Yan Shi catches her and says to her, "You should walk carefully," and then lets Xiang go. Everyone laughs at her, which makes Xiang angry, and she says to Yan Shi, "Why did you let me go?" Then Yan Shi says, "What did you want? For me to keep holding you?" Xiang says to Yan Shi, "You don't need to help me. I'll find my own room. If you're taking revenge on me for things in the past, that's wrong." And she starts to go up in the elevator. Then Yan Shi stops the elevator and says to Xiang, "Your department is on this floor." In the office, Chen Shu and two other girls are jealous of Xiang and think, "We'll get her thrown out of here." Xiang accidentally sends all her money to her employees, which makes all the employees happy. Even Chen Shu's friends are happy, except for Chen Shu. In the next scene, Gao comes to Yan Shi and says, "Xiang is very rich. She transferred money to all the employees as a gift, and there are rumors circulating about an affair between you and Xiang." He asks, "Do you like Xiang?" Yan Shi says to Gao, "If Xiang finds out about all this nonsense you're spouting, she won't leave you alive." In the office meeting, Yan Shi and Xiang are looking at each other. After the meeting, Yan Shi says to Xiang, "The meeting is over. You can go." Xiang asks, "Are you waiting for me?" Then Yan Shi says, "I have more meetings to attend." Xiang goes to the door and shouts at Yan Shi, "Stop playing on your mobile and come here quickly." Yan Shi smiles at Xiang's antics. Xiang starts choosing her team members. She chooses Gao. Gao says, "I don't want to work with you. By the way, why did you choose me?" Xiang explains, "You're the most handsome one here." Then everyone starts joking with Gao. Yan Shi asks Xiang, "Was that all you had to say?" Xiang says, "If you want to hear more, I can tell you in private." Everyone starts laughing and Yan Shi leaves. Xiang comes to check the work location and climate. Xiang says to Yan Shi, "I need money to do my work." Then Yan Shi says, "We already have few visits, so you can't get any money." Xiang says, "Fine, I'll use my own money." All the colleagues are talking about Yan Shi and Xiang, that they knew each other before. They wonder if they like each other. As they are talking, Yan Shi comes from upstairs. One of them runs away, and the other two apologize to Yan Shi. So Yan Shi lets them go. In the next scene, Xiang says to Gao, "The climate is about to change. We need data for every single minute." Yan Shi tries to contact them because the climate is about to get very bad. Xiang and the other two are stuck in the rain. Yan Shi traces their location, and then they work all night. In the morning, when Xiang wakes up, she sees that Yan Shi has been watching over her on a call all night. Yan Shi is very happy. They are about to celebrate the completion of their work. So, Xiang and Yan Shi go to buy things. Then, Yan Shi says to Xiang, "I will make your favorite hot pot." In a childhood scene, they are eating together somewhere. In the present, Xiang asks Yan Shi, you still remember. After shopping, as they are leaving, Yanshi gets a call. Xiang answers the call and holds the phone to Yanshi's ear. They both get nervous. Then Xiang gives Yanshi toffees and says, I brought these for you from Shanghai. Yanshi looks at the bill and understands that she bought them from the mall. Just then, a girl comes and says to Xiang, what are you doing with this handsome man so late at night? Don't you know he's divorced and has an 8-year-old son? Xiang really starts to think, I thought that child was his brother. Yanshi was even married? Yanshi tells Xiang, she's just kidding, and he introduces her to Xiang. She is my friend Chen Shu. Chen Shu says to Xiang, don't worry, he's still single. Chen Shu is Gao's girlfriend, who comes to meet Gao. In the next scene, everyone comes to eat. Gao says, dinner is quite boring. Why don't we play a game where everyone asks each other questions and everyone has to answer? Gao asks the first question to Yanshi. Everyone in the company is talking about how Xiang and Yanshi knew each other before. Are you two childhood friends? Yanshi says, yes. So Gao asks another question. Is your crush Xiang? Then Yanshi says, yes, and leaves from there. Xiang is surprised to hear this, and then everyone starts teasing Xiang. Gao says, our boss turned out to be a dark horse. He didn't let anyone know about his girlfriend. Xiang says, no, you all are misunderstanding. We are just friends, not in a relationship. Seeing Yanshi alone, Xiang brings beer to drink with him. Xiang says to Yanshi, I never thought I would meet you again like this. Yanshi says, I am very happy to meet you. I joined this company to follow my dream. I love learning about microscopes and satellites. Do you know why I like satellites? Because if two people get separated, they can be found. If a mountain comes between us, I will find you with the help of satellites. Xiang sees a shooting star. Then Yanshi says, do you want to make a wish? In a flashback, the first time Xiang sees Yanshi in class, she starts to like him. On Xiang's birthday, her friend brings a cake. Xiang cuts the cake and takes the first piece for Yanshi. Her friend says, I arranged this birthday party for you, and you're giving him the first piece of cake? Xiang says, Yanshi has helped me a lot. That's why I gave it to him first. Yanshi tells Xiang, I won't be able to come to your birthday party. I have to prepare for a competition. Saying this, he leaves. Xiang also follows him and asks Yanshi, will you really not come to my birthday party? Yanshi says, I will not come. Xiang's heart breaks, and she throws Yanshi's gift at him and leaves. In the present, Xiang says to Yanshi, I lost my parents in childhood. Back then, I felt like you understood me, and I wanted you to come to the party. In the present, Xiang asks Yanshi, did something happen to you after you left school? Yanshi says, no, but you still haven't changed. Xiang says, let's leave the past behind. I've come to work with you. In the next scene, the vice president says to Yanshi, you are the head of the technical department. Even with you here, there is an error in the technical department. You need to fix it quickly or we will transfer you. Xiang brings food for Yanshi. Yanshi asks Xiang, why are you being so kind? Xiang says, I've been kind-hearted from the start. You know, once someone stole 200 yuan from my brother, and I found them. Yanshi says, it wasn't 200 yuan, it was 2,000 yuan. Xiang asks, you remember? Yanshi says, you told me. I remember everything you say. Xiang says, the vice president was scolding you. If there's a problem, you can tell me. Yanshi says, you stay out of this. I don't want you to get involved. Xiang says, you've changed over the years. I don't know what happened to you, and you want me to give up without even trying. Now, I will be the one to handle this case. In the next scene, all the employees are eating. Gao says to Yanshi, ever since Mrs. Xiang arrived, you have become very kind-hearted. Xiang says to the vice president, I am the head of technical department B. If there has been a problem with Yanshi, I want to fix it. The vice president says, as you wish. On the other side, everyone is enjoying themselves. Then Yanshi gets a message from a colleague that Jiang is working late at the office tonight. The next day, Yanshi and Xiang report on their progress. Xiang says to Yanshi, from now on, we will work separately. You are not to help my team members. In the next scene, Gao tells Xiang about Mr. Hong, that the company had a contract with him, but there was a problem because of Yanshi. So Xiang comes to a meeting with Mr. Hong as Yanshi's assistant. Ming secretly records a video of Xiang and sends it to everyone in the office. The next day, when Xiang comes to the office, she finds out about Ming's video. She goes to Yanshi and says, delete that video. Yanshi shows her the video. In the video, Xiang is saying to Mr. Hong, my boss, Mr. Yan is quite foolish. He can't do his job properly, so he hired me as an assistant. Yanshi asks Xiang, is this what you think of me? And he scolds her, you shouldn't have gone there. In the next scene, all the colleagues are having dinner. Just then, Xiang arrives, looking very beautiful. Everyone is surprised to see her. Yanshi just keeps staring at Xiang. Gao asks Xiang, what did you do to suddenly become so beautiful? Xiang says, I've always been beautiful. After working late at night, they all take a selfie together. Yang sees Yanshi working and brings him a cold drink. Yanshi, while looking at Xiang, slowly moves his hand towards her face and says, "Your makeup is coming off." Xiang gets embarrassed. Yanxi smiles and says, "You are very beautiful." Xiang and Yanxi have a drink. Yanxi says to Xiang, "You shouldn't worry so much about work." Xiang says, "You hand this department over to me and resign yourself. I'll handle it well." Yanxi says, "I'm happy just being your colleague." In the next scene, Xiang has no money, so Xiang brings coffee for Yanxi. Yanxi asks Xiang, "Do you need something from me that you're treating me so kindly?" Xiang says, "The innovation competition that's going to happen in the company, I want to support it." Yanxi says, "You had refused to participate before. Now." Xiang says, "I want our company to develop." But Yan refuses. Xiang says, "If I participate in the competition, I'll get a chance to go with you." Yanxi starts looking at Xiang. So Xiang changes the subject and says, "I meant I'll get a chance to work with you." And she starts acting cute, which makes him agree. Xiang and Yanxi are returning after meeting a friend. Xiang says, "I want to eat cake." Yanxi says to Xiang, "But I bought so many cakes for you." In a flashback to their school days, someone used to leave a cake on Xiang's table for her. In the present, Xiang asks Yanxi, "Why didn't you tell me? You always behaved rudely towards me." Yanxi says, "You just wanted to eat the cake. You didn't think it was important to know who sent it." Yanxi comes to drop Xiang off. Seeing a puppy, Yanxi says to Xiang, "You're just like it. So cute." Xiang says, "You're comparing me to this? You came to drop me home, so how much should I pay you?" Yanxi says, "There's no need for that. Besides, I heard you don't have any money." Xiang says, "I'll manage. I am financially independent." Yanxi says, "People who lose money always say things like that." In the next scene, Xiang is chatting with Yanxi. When Minnie comes, she hides the chat so that she won't think that she and Yanxi are having an affair. At night, after everyone has left, Xiang comes to Yanxi's room and says, "I have been avoiding you all day. It's such a difficult task." Yanxi says, "It's not difficult for me." Xiang says, "You seem like a very experienced person. Are you having an affair with someone? I heard some girls talking." Yanxi says, "Is this why you came here?" Xiang says, "If we work in the company, it will get crowded. So you can call your friends to my place. We will work here." Yanxi says, "All right." Xiang tidies up her house and waits. Then Yanxi arrives and looks around Xiang's house. Ling also comes and asks Xiang, "You're just an employee. How did you afford such a big house?" Xiang says, "It belongs to my friend." Ling asks Xiang, "Are you single?" Xiang says, "Why do you want to know? Do you want to set me up with someone?" Ling says, "There's no one handsome or rich around me." Xiang says, "No one is more handsome than Yanxi." Ling says, "You're right about that, but he's not rich." Xiang says, "I don't like rich people. I like men who are very handsome and poor." Xiang says to Yanxi, "Did I say that right?" Then the three of them start working together. Xiang brings water for Yanxi and gives it to him instead of Ling. Seeing this, Ling says, "I have no value here. You two work here. I'll go work outside." Yanxi says to Xiang, "I'm going out for a few days for a friend's treatment. You'll have to prepare for the competition alone." Just then, a neighbor comes and says to Xiang, "Today was my son's birthday, so I brought some cake for you." And then he leaves. Ling says to Xiang, "You shouldn't have opened the door like that. And he came so late at night. What if he likes you?" Xiang says, "How can that be? He's a single father and I don't even talk to him much." And she says, "I told you, Ling, I only like handsome and poor boys." Ling says, "Then you should like me. No one can be more handsome and poorer than me." Hearing this, Yanxi throws a paper at Ling and says, "Stop your nonsense and go do your work. If you're done, we're leaving." Xiang asks both of them to eat cake, but Yanxi is angry at the man, so he neither eats the cake himself nor lets Ling eat it. In the next scene, Yanxi is at the hospital for his friend's treatment. He keeps calling Xiang's uncle, but when the call doesn't connect, Yanxi gets very worried. Then Xiang's uncle arrives and says, "I will do the treatment." Xiang calls her uncle and emotionally blackmails him. So the uncle agrees to the surgery, and at the hospital he tells Yanxi, "Xiang cares a lot about you. She requested me for you." Yanxi is happy to hear this and calls Xiang to thank her. Xiang says, "There's no need for that." Yanxi asks Xiang, "How is your work going?" Xiang says, "I know how to handle them. I'm enjoying it." In the next scene, when Yanxi comes out of the hospital, Xiang is standing in front of him. Yanxi puts her scarf on her. Yanxi and Xiang are eating at a restaurant. Yanxi says to Xiang, "Don't get fat and ugly from eating too much." Xiang says, "How dare you say that to me?" Yanxi says, "You're still a dumb." Then, as they are leaving the restaurant, they meet Ming, their childhood friend. Ming asks Xiang, "Who is this?" Xiang says, "This is Ming, my childhood friend." Ming asks Yanxi, "Were you from our school?" Seeing Xiang and Yanxi together, Ming asks, "Are you two together?" Xiang says, "No, we work together." Then Ming takes Xiang and Yanxi to a classmates reunion. Sozi is also there, who had a crush on Yanxi since school. Sozi asks Yan Shi to open a bottle. Yan Shi sees that Xiang is getting angry, so he passes the bottle to Ming. Xiang smiles, seeing this. Ming tells everyone, let's all play an online game. While everyone is playing, one of Xiang's friends says, let's make a bet. Xiang asks, what's the bet? The friend says, if you lose this round, you have to go see a movie with me. Xiang's friend says, you're indirectly asking Xiang out on a date. Another friend says, if you want, you can come with me too. Yan Shi gets angry hearing someone asking Xiang out on a date. Xiang tells her friend, I accept your bet. Yan Shi is surprised to hear this and says, I won't let Xiang lose. The game starts, Yan Shi plays along with Xiang, and in the end, Yan Shi wins the game. After the game, Xiang's friend says, Yan Shi worked hard in the game so you wouldn't go on a date with someone else. He really likes you and would do anything for you. Xiang tells her friend, stop your nonsense. In the next scene, Yan Shi comes and says to Xiang, come on, I'll drop you home. Xiang says to Yan Shi, I thought you were enjoying with those people. Yan Shi says, didn't you like it? Xiang says, I didn't like a lot of things like Sozi. Yan Shi smiles and says, I can tell from your face that you don't like her. Xiang stands in front of Yan Shi and asks, tell me, can you tell from my face now whether I like you or not? Hearing this, Yan Shi gets nervous and pulls Xiang into a hug. Xiang says to Yan Shi, you're quite strange, that's why you don't have a girlfriend. Yan Shi says, what would happen if I answered your question with a yes? Xiang asks, do you really have a girlfriend? Yan Shi says, not right now, but I had an online girlfriend. Xiang asks, how did you meet her? Yan Shi says, during a game. Xiang asks, how was your relationship? Yan Shi says, it was good, but she's not here anymore. Xiang asks, how did you two break up? Yan Shi says, she was the one who said to break up. Xiang says, in college, I also had an online boyfriend whom I met in a game. His name was King Dang. He was like a teacher to me. He taught me how to play the game. He was very interesting, but also very irresponsible. Yan Shi asks, why was that? Xiang says, I used to tell him everything from my heart, but whenever I asked to see him or meet him, he would ignore it. But one day, his camera turned on by mistake, and I saw him undressed. Hearing this, Yan Shi starts adjusting his clothes. Yan Shi says, maybe he wasn't irresponsible and there was another reason for him not coming. He might have been in some trouble. Xiang gives Yan Shi medicine and says, take this medicine so you don't catch a cold. You're just wandering around in the cold like this? Yan Shi says, I'll drop you home. Xiang gets a call from Mr. Jiang, who tells her to stay away from Yan Shi. He also tells her that Mrs. Liang paid a good amount of money to get Yan Shi a good post in the company, and he is also having an affair with Mrs. Liang. Xiang stops short of asking Yan Shi why he doesn't have a girlfriend in his life, and tells Yan Shi, if someone sees us together, rumors will spread in the company. And she gives the scarf back to Yan Shi and starts to leave. Yan Shi puts the scarf on Xiang again, but she leaves from there. The next day, Xiang goes to the office, and Grandpa is also there. In a hurry, she bumps into Grandpa. Grandpa treats Xiang as an employee and says, the chairman will go in first. But Xiang says to Grandpa, so what if you are the chairman? We are employees of your company. We work so hard. Can't you adjust a little? All the employees are surprised to see Xiang talking to the chairman like that. Grandpa says, you go first. Xiang meets Liang and asks her, are you and Yan Shi having an affair? Liang tells Xiang, Yan Shi helped me with something, and in return, I helped him get a job at the company. Other than that, there is nothing between us. In the next scene, Grandpa asks Xiang, you were with a boy? Xiang tells Grandpa, that boy was with me in high school, and that's all. Xiang and her friend go to a game competition. There, Xiang joins a game with a game star, and all the employees of her company are watching Xiang on a live stream. Yan Shi is also watching Xiang live. While playing, Xiang is texting Yan Shi. So the game star asks Xiang, who are you texting? Xiang replies, I am texting my boyfriend. At that moment, Xiang is messaging Yan Shi. Yan Shi smiles hearing this. In the next scene, Xiang tells Yan Shi, I am going back to Shanghai tomorrow. Yan Shi says to Xiang, I will go with you, and we will celebrate the new year together. The next day, Yan Shi is waiting for Xiang at the airport. Xiang puts on her goggles and walks past Yan Shi. Yan Shi stops her and says, can't you see me? Xiang, flirting with Yan Shi, says to him, I can't believe it. You look extra handsome today. And she moves closer to Yan Shi, and a child sees them and says, they are kissing. Hearing this, Xiang stops. Yan Shi says to Xiang, if your flirting is done, shall we move on? Yan Shi helps Xiang tie her scarf. At the company, some girls are saying to Xiang, Xiang was rude to the chairman yesterday. It's possible that others might lose their jobs because of her. Just then, Yan Shi comes and says, Zhang works in my department. I take responsibility for her. Zhang gets a call from Grandpa who tells her, you messed up with some customers, so now you should come back and marry the boy of my choice. Xiang says, you gave me a year's time and it's only been 2 months. In the next scene, Ming asks Yan Shi, How is your relationship with Zhang going? Yanshi says, I am sure that I will make Shang mine. Shang gets a call from Mr. Shang. Shang tells Mr. Shang, there is no relationship between Yanshi and Mrs. Liang. Then Mr. Shang sends Yang a picture in which Yanshi and Mrs. Liang are very close to each other. Xiang feels bad seeing this and behaves rudely with Yanshi. Chen Shu tells Yanshi, take care of Xiang. Make sure she doesn't get into another fight. Yanshi gives Xiang medicine and says, we have to go to a meeting today. In the meeting, Xiang apologizes to Mr. Hang and says, I had been drinking. That's why I misbehaved. Yanshi also says, Mr. Hang, please forgive her. She is a newcomer and was genuinely drunk. Please forgive her mistake. Mr. Hang says, all right, but she has to drink today. Yanshi says, Xiang had a fever, so she can't have alcohol. I will drink in her place. Xiang and Chen Shu are surprised to see Yanshi, as he has never drunk so much. After the meeting, Yanshi's health deteriorates, so Chen Shu gives him medicine. Yanshi says, I already took medicine. Song asks, were you prepared for this beforehand? Yanshi says, yes, that's why I gave you medicine too. I had a feeling Mr. Hang wouldn't let you go so easily. In the next scene, when Xiang and Yanshi come to the company, Xiang is still angry at Yanshi and is ignoring him. Xiang brings coffee for Yanshi, and seeing his hand is cold, she asks, do you have a cold? Yanshi says to Xiang, are you worried about me? Yanshi starts to confess his feelings, and Xiang gets nervous. So, Yanshi takes Yang outside to see the stars and gets very close to her to show her through a satellite. Yang thinks to herself, why has he gotten so close to me? Yanshi asks Yang, how did you like it? Yang suddenly turns around, and she and Yanshi accidentally kiss. They both get very nervous. Xiang is lying in her room, remembering the kiss with Yanshi. The next day, Yanshi comes to the office and Gao asks him, I waited for you all night. Where were you? Gao asks, were you with your girlfriend last night? Yanshi says, I don't have a girlfriend. Chen Shu asks Xiang, what were you and Yanshi doing in the office so late last night? Xiang says, we were working. An employee tells Yanshi, someone has installed a camera in the ladies' washroom in the office. Xiang is trying to hide from Yanshi. Yanshi sees her. To avoid him, Yang says, I'm going to the washroom. Yanshi overhears this. When Yang opens the washroom door, Yanshi pulls her towards him and stops her. Just then, Gao comes and sees them like that. Another employee also sees them. Gao is about to go to the men's washroom, but Yanshi stops him and sends Song inside, saying, I've been waiting for you for a long time. Then he tells Shang, someone has installed a camera in the ladies' washroom. Chen Shu is about to go to the washroom, but Gao stops her. Chen Shu twists Gao's arm and says to him, you followed me all the way here? Gao says, the boss also stopped Xiang, but nothing like this happened to him. Why does this always happen to me? In the next scene, Yanshi suspected Ming of placing the camera in the washroom. Since that wasn't the case, Yanshi apologizes to Ming. As Ming is leaving, Gao also apologizes to him. Ming says to Gao, I don't think you came to apologize to me. Gao says, you have a photo of my girlfriend. Delete it. Ming says, why should I delete it? She's going to leave you one day anyway. Hearing this, Gao gets angry, raises his hand at Ming, and a fight breaks out. Chen Shu stops them both. Chen Shu tells Gao, we should break up, and leaves. Xiang goes to give coffee to Yanshi, and Yanshi tells her, in 3 days you have to go to a meeting with me. In the next scene, Xiang and Yanshi are out for work. Yanshi is taking pictures and Xiang is hiding from him. Then Yanshi sends a picture to Xiang, and she gets angry seeing it. I'm not even in this picture. Then they book a room to stay, and the owner gives a box to Yanshi and says, this is for couples. Yanshi keeps the box. Yanshi is working, and Xiang gives him water and says, why do you always work so much? You were talented in school, and now you're hardworking. Yanshi says, because of you. Xiang smiles. Yanshi says, ever since I became a team leader, my work has increased. Xiang says, I will help you. Yanshi says, I can do this. Yanshi grabs Xiang's hand and pulls her up, and Xiang just stares at Yanshi. In the next scene, Xiang is talking on the phone when Ming gets her signature on a design and sends the wrong design to the company headquarters. Yanshi asks Ming, why did you send the wrong design to headquarters? Ming says, it's Xiang's fault. She didn't check the designs. Xiang calls her grandpa and wants to get Ming transferred to another department. Grandpa says, he was referred to our company and is in a good position, so it's difficult to fire him. Ming comes to Xiang and says, you want to get me transferred? Xiang says, I've been hot-tempered since childhood, so I don't tolerate wrong things. How can I tolerate you? Ming says, you will regret your decision, and you are not a qualified employee and do not deserve this seat. Xiang calls her grandpa again and asks for Ming's transfer. Grandpa says, instead of judging people, you should learn to deal with work and people. Xiang decides that to avoid any mistakes in her work next time, she should learn programming. Yanshi calls Yang and asks, how is your work going? Xiang says, I am reading a book to learn programming. Yanshu says, don't fight with people there because I won't be there to handle your anger. Yanshu is worried about Xiang, so he tells Gao, keep an eye on Xiang's actions. In the next scene, Gao gives Yanshu news of Xiang's every move. Mrs. Liang tells Yanshu, I forced you to work at the company, that's why you're still angry with me today. Yanshu says, it's nothing like that. I needed money at that time, and you helped me. If I hadn't worked here, I might never have found the most important thing I had lost. Mrs. Liang says, take care of Xiang. Xiang's mom was my professor. Xiang lost her parents in childhood. Gao makes a video of Xiang and sends it to Yanshu. Yanshu smiles watching it and calls Xiang, asking, what are you doing? Xiang says, I am doing my work. Yanshu says, do you need my help with your programming studies? Xiang says, no, I'll do it myself. Yanshu says, all right, and is about to hang up when Xiang says, I need your help. Yanshu helps her with her studies and also sends her a heart. Xiang smiles seeing it, and they are both happy. Yanshu says goodnight to Xiang and cuts the call. Xiang meets her neighbor in the elevator. He offers to drop her off. When Xiang refuses, her neighbor says, there's a lot of traffic today, so you won't get a taxi. Yang says, you can drop me off. In the next scene, Yanshu is carrying coffee and sees Yang with her neighbor. Yanshu starts to leave in anger. Yang follows him and says, my neighbor was just dropping me off. Yanshu says, 2 days ago you rejected me, and today you're roaming around with someone else. Yang says, why are you getting so jealous? I couldn't get a taxi and was getting late for the office, so I took his help. Yanshu says, all right, next time if you need help, you will call me, and gives Xiang the coffee and starts to leave. Xiang says, this isn't very good. So Yanshu takes the coffee from her and goes into the office. Everyone is in the team manager's meeting, and everyone expects that the team manager position will go to Yanshu. Then the company head announces Xiang's name. Ming argues, you are not worthy of this position. And Xiang also retorts to Ming. After the meeting, no one talks to Xiang, and Yanshu also says nothing to her. All the employees behave rudely with Xiang. Ming tells Xiang, you succeeded in your plans after all. Gao tells Ming, you deserve this. They start arguing, and Xiang yells at both of them. Yanshu is also watching and gestures for Xiang to come to him. Xiang goes to Yanshu, and he explains to her, now that you are the team manager, you need to know how to deal with these people. You can't yell at them. Xiang asks, are you angry with me? Yanshu says, no. Yanshu has a pain in his neck, so Xiang helps him and treats him nicely. Yanshu smiles at Xiang's actions. Xiang invites all the team members to her house for dinner. Yanshu refuses to come, so all the members also refuse. Xiang gets sad. Seeing this, Yanshu agrees to come. So all the members also agree. In the next scene, all the team members are at Xiang's house. Xiang is cooking, and Yanshu is watching her from outside the kitchen and asks, should I help with the cooking? Xiang tells Yanshu number, but Yanshu still comes to help Xiang. Xiang asks Yanshu, can you cook too? Yanshu says, yes, I've been cooking since high school, and tells Xiang, why can't you cook anything? You look like a princess. Xiang gets angry at this and leaves. After dinner, everyone plays a game, and in the game, they ask Yanshu, you have to call your first crush. Yanshu calls Xiang, and everyone asks Yanshu, who is your crush? Yanshu says Xiang's name. Hearing this, Xiang leaves in anger. Yanshu is washing dishes in the kitchen, and everyone says goodbye and leaves. Yanshu sees that Xiang is still angry and calls her over. Yanshu asks Xiang, are you upset with me because of what I said? Xiang says, I don't care what people think about me, but what you think matters to me. Yanshu says, what do you want? 2 days ago, you rejected me. Then you get out of another man's car. Does this mean you don't want to give me another chance? Xiang says, you're misunderstanding. I just took a lift from him. Nothing else. Yanshu says, from now on, you will only take lifts from me and no one else, and leaves. Xiang runs to Yanshu and says, we've met after so many years, so we're just friends. From today, you are my brother, and I will take care of you. Yanshu smiles and says, I don't want to be your brother. In the next scene, Xiang and Yanshu are going to Shanghai for a competition. Xiang tries to book a hotel but doesn't have much money. Seeing this, Yanshu tells her, if you want, you can come to my house. I'll teach you programming there too. Xiang refuses, so Yanshu says, do you have anywhere else to go? And you were the one who said we are brothers. Yanshu brings Xiang to his house, and Yanshu's brother Cheng-Li says, this sister talks a lot. Yanshu says, she is going to live with us, and she is my brother. Cheng-Li says, you can't do that. You are only my brother. Xiang says, from now on, I will take care of you too. Cheng-Li walks away from between them. Then Yanshu and Xiang get very close. Cheng-Li says, what are you doing? In the next scene, Yanshu is doing his work, while Cheng-Li and Xiang are playing a game. Yanshu sends Cheng-Li to study and tells Xiang to focus on programming. But Xiang says, I'm in the last round. Yanshu tries to take Xiang's mobile, but she doesn't give it to him. So Yanshu comes close to Xiang and helps her play the next round. Seeing Yan Shi so close, Xiang gets up and leaves. While working on programming, Xiang is feeling sleepy, so Cheng-Li pulls her hair and says, "I'm just trying to wake you up." Cheng-Li says to Xiang, "My brother would never like a girl like you." Xiang asks, "Has your brother ever liked a girl before?" Cheng-Li says, "Yes, he has." Xiang makes a bet with Cheng-Li. "Your brother will like a girl like me." Cheng-Li says, "If my brother likes a girl like you, I will leave this house and go." Xiang is feeling cold, so Yan Shi gives a blanket to Cheng-Li and a jacket to Xiang. Xiang says, "I have to go to the washroom," so Cheng-Li scares her. "It's very dark outside. What if you find a ghost?" Xiang says, "I'm a grown-up. I'm not afraid of anyone." Yan Shi says, "If you want, I can go with you." Xiang refuses. On her way back from the washroom, Xiang forgets the way, so Yan Shi comes to her, and Xiang gets scared seeing him and says, "You'll be the death of me someday." Yan Shi holds Xiang's hand and brings her along. The next day, the three of them are having breakfast. Yan Shi tells Cheng-Li, "Finish your breakfast quickly. I have to drop you at school, or the teacher will call." Cheng-Li says, "If I'm late, the teacher won't be angry with me because she'll get a chance to call you. They all like you." Cheng-Li finishes his drink and Xiang says, "I'll kiss you," so he runs away. Hearing this, Yan Shi drinks and looks at Xiang, but Xiang gives no response, so Yan Shi keeps drinking. Xiang smiles watching him. Xiang and Yan Shi arrive for the competition, and Xiang gets a call from her grandpa. "You've participated in a competition and you're with some boy." Xiang says, "It's not like that. We are colleagues and have participated in the competition." Just then, Xiang meets a competitor friend, who turns out to be her school friend. Yan Shi is also not happy to see him and doesn't even shake his hand. Yan Shi also pulls Xiang away from him. Yan Shi leaves, and Xiang follows. In the next scene, Yan Shi has his car fully prepared for the competition. Yan Shi's team secures the second position in the competition. As Xiang is walking with Yan Shi, she gets a call from her grandpa. Then she grabs Yan Shi's hand and starts to leave, but her grandpa stops her and says to Xiang, "I want to talk to you alone." And seeing them holding hands, Xiang quickly pulls her hand away and tells Yan Shi to leave. Yan Shi tells Xiang, "Listen to the chairman." Grandpa asks Xiang, "Who is that? It seems you two are quite close." Xiang says, "It's nothing like that. We are just colleagues, and he was with me in high school, so we are good friends." Grandpa asks, "Could he become your boyfriend?" Xiang replies, "No, there's no chance of that." In the next scene, Xiang returns to Yan Shi, who asks, "Was the chairman angry with you?" Xiang says, "No, he just called to talk about work." Then Xiang and Yan Shi are working together, and Xiang makes funny faces, so they both enjoy for a long time. The next day, Yan Shi comes home, and Xiang is cooking seafood to celebrate winning the competition. Then the power goes out. They have to eat noodles. Yan Shi says to Xiang, "If you want, we can go out to eat." Xiang asks, "Are you going to miss the chance for a candlelight dinner with me?" Then they both enjoy. Yan Shi has to go somewhere, so he tells Ling, "You drop Xiang at her home." Xiang says to Yan Shi, "I will miss you a lot. I'll go with you." But Yan Shi says, "No." Lin says to both of them, "Did you call me here just to listen to this?" Yan Shi meets Mrs. Liang and says, "I am leaving the company and will start a job at another company with a better salary." On the other side, Xiang goes to get some customers' signatures, and they are quite drunk and ask Xiang to drink as well. Xiang calls Yan Shi, and he understands that Xiang is alone in some bar. So Yan Shi calls Xiang, saying, "I am coming to pick you up." The clients force Xiang to drink, so she tells them, "My kids and husband are waiting for me at home and I need to go." Xiang comes out of the bar and Yan Shi also arrives there and tells Xiang to wait by the car while he pays the bill. Just then, Yan Shi gets a call from a man who informs him that these clients didn't want to make any deal. They just wanted to harass Xiang. When the bill is requested from the clients, they start shouting, so security is escorting them out. Xiang asks Yan Shi, "Why didn't you pay the bill?" Yan Shi says, "These people were just taking advantage of you. They weren't going to make any deal." Xiang says, "How could they do that? I worked so hard to get this deal signed." Xiang is very upset, so Yan Shi hugs her and says, "You tried your best. It's not your fault." In the next scene, Yan Shi is waiting for Xiang to wake up and is stroking her hair. Xiang wakes up. She is feeling bad about what those people did to her. Yan Shi says, "If you want, we can go back and beat them up." Xiang smiles hearing this. Yan Shi says, "You go home and rest." When Xiang gets home, she receives a message from Yan Shi saying, "I made something for you." Yan Shi goes to all the places they used to go to in their childhood, and Xiang sees that it has formed a circle. Yan Shi tells Yang, "No matter where we are, we will definitely meet again." And Yan Shi stops the car and says, "Will you be my girlfriend?" Xiang says yes to Yan Shi, and the call disconnects. Yan Shi sees that the phone signal is weak and calls again. He asks for Xiang's answer, and to tease him, Xiang says, I'll think about it and let you know. Yan Shi says, I missed you a lot, and Cheng was telling me that you were with my clothes. Xiang says, it's nothing like that. I was eating and spilled sauce on myself. I just cleaned it and put the clothes away. Yan Shi says, you ruined my clothes. Xiang says, I'm hanging up. The next day, as Xiang is about to go to the office, she meets her neighbor in the elevator. He says, I'll drop you off. When Xiang gets out of the elevator, Yan Shi is there to pick her up, so Xiang goes with him. He calls Ling and tells him that the person who cheated to win first prize in the competition has been caught, and the first prize has been awarded to Yan Shi. Hearing this, Xiang becomes happy and tells Yan Shi. Yan Shi says, I already know. Yan Shi and Xiang tell all the employees, we are going to hold an event to bring our company's product to the world, and I am going to invite the famous game player, Kdrama. In the next scene, Yan Shi and Xiang go to the theater, and Xiang's neighbor is also there. Xiang's neighbor drinks water from her bottle, and Yan Shi glares at him. The neighbor realizes he picked up Xiang's bottle instead of his own and is embarrassed. The next day, everyone is selecting clothes for Yan Shi to wear at the event. Seeing their selected clothes, Xiang says, do you guys want to turn Yan Shi into a traffic light? Xiang asks her friend about a dress for Yan Shi, and her friend shows her a suit. Xiang selects that suit. Xiang is holding a couple's necklace. She is very happy. Today I will give it to Yan Shi and wear it myself, and I will tell Yan Shi that I like him. In the next scene, Xiang shows the suit to Yan Shi and he says, this is very expensive, I won't wear it. Xiang also shows him the necklace and Yan Shi says, I can't take this. I am not your boyfriend. You give this suit to him. Xiang points towards Gao and says, then be ready to become a traffic signal wearing these colorful dresses. Yan Shi smiles and says to Xiang, when the event is over, I have something to tell you. Xiang says, I also have something to tell you. Xiang starts practicing how to speak at the event, and Yan Shi says, the way you're speaking, all the people might run away after hearing you. Xiang is getting ready for the event and calls her friend saying, what kind of dress did you pick for me? Her friend says, maybe you've gained weight. How will Yan Shi like you? Grandpa finds out that Xiang organized the event without telling him and gets angry about it. In the next scene, the event begins, and Xiang hosts it, talking about her product. Then she calls the company head, and he gives a speech on stage. The head's speech is boring. Hearing his speech, Yan Shi asks Xiang, did you write this speech? Xiang says, Gao wrote all of this. The famous game player is doing his live stream, and his assistant says, all your fans are noticing and commenting on Xiang and Yan Shi. Grandpa is also watching the live stream. The assistant says, people have forgotten you. The player gets angry and walks out of the event. Xiang is doing her work. Just then, a man tells Xiang, someone is calling you in that room. Xiang goes into the room, and the famous player Kdrama is there, and he is angry with Xiang. All my fans are talking about you and Yan Shi. Xiang says, are you angry over such a small thing? Come on, you will be invited now. They both start to leave, but the room is locked. Kdrama's assistant tells the fans, Kdrama is supposed to come here now, but both Xiang and Kdrama are missing. The assistant tells Yan Shi, if Kdrama doesn't come, the audience will start to leave. Yan Shi sees, Xiang's mobile is with me. So he tells Cheng Shu, you guys find Xiang, I'll attract the people's attention. Yan Shi plays a game in the live stream instead of Kdrama and says the game nickname is Kingdong. The assistant is surprised and says, are you that famous game player? Everyone is happy to see Yan Shi, that their game player Kingdong has made an entry. Cheng Shu is looking for Xiang. Everyone is talking about Yan Shi. When Xiang hears that Kingdong has entered, she is surprised because that is her online boyfriend's name. Xiang tells Kdrama, we were deliberately locked in this room to ruin the event. Then they both break the room door and come out. At the event, Xiang sees Yan Shi playing the game, and the assistant asks Yan Shi, are you really Kingdong? Yan Shi says, yes. Xiang is shocked to hear this. Yan Shi comes to Xiang and says, this is what I wanted to tell you. Xiang ignores Yan Shi and goes on stage to launch her product. Yan Shi drops Xiang home, and she leaves angrily. Yan Shi wants to console her, but he gets a call and leaves. The next day, Xiang comes to the office and finds out that something went wrong at the event, and the blame has fallen on Yan Shi. Xiang remembers that she is responsible for the mistake at the event. It is not Yan Shi's fault. Yan Shi's cabin is being inspected, and his things are also being broken. Xiang goes into the cabin angrily, but Yan Shi tells her not to say anything. Xiang calls Grandpa and says, whatever mistake was made in the documents, it was because of me. Yan Shi is not at fault. Grandpa says, if he is innocent, let the investigation happen. Xiang turns around, and Yan Shi is standing in front of her. Yan Shi sees Xiang working late in the office, but she is angry with him, so he doesn't know how to console her. In a flashback, it is shown that Yan Shi goes to the place where Xiang had called him. But Yan Shi gets a call from his professor, so Yan Shi goes to the professor's house. The professor had to leave and left this child with a letter for Yan Shi, on which it is written, my wife has gone somewhere, and I am going to find her. Please take care of my child. Yan Shu takes the child to the doctor, and the doctor says, the child has a fever, you will have to stay with him every moment and take care of him. Yan Shi has to go meet Xiang, but he can't leave the child, so he messages Xiang, I can't come to meet you. Xiang messages back, I am waiting for you in the rain. Yan Shu comes and sees that Xiang is waiting. As he is leaving, Yan Shu gives an umbrella to a man and says, give this to that girl and don't tell her who gave it. That man gives the umbrella to Xiang, but when Xiang finds out that he is not coming, she leaves from there crying. In the present, Xiang is enjoying helicopter flying when her friend informs her, Yan Shu wants to meet you. So Xiang goes to Yan Shu. Everyone is having dinner there, and Yan Shi announces, I am leaving the company. Xiang asks, why are you doing this? Why didn't you tell me before? Except for Xiang, all the staff members knew. Xiang gets angry about this and leaves. Yan Shu comes after her and says, I'll drop you home. Xiang says, I don't hold any importance for you. Everyone except me knew you were going to quit your job. Xiang goes home in a taxi with Yan Shu. Xiang meets her neighbor who says, I went abroad and brought a gift for you. Xiang thanks the neighbor. Just then, Yan Shu comes and grabs Xiang's hand, pulling her inside, and the gift falls from her hand. Yan Shu kisses Xiang and asks her, do you want to be with me? Before Xiang can say anything, Yan Shu kisses her again. She tells him, I want to be with you, and starts kissing Yan Shu. Yan Shu stops her and says, first, go say bye forever to the man standing outside. The neighbor knocks on Xiang's door and asks, are you okay? Yan Shu is kissing Xiang. Yang says, I have to go out and say bye to him. Yan Shu says, you want him to see you in this state? Yan Shu gives Xiang the phone and says, text him. The neighbor gets a message from Xiang that says, I am perfectly fine. So the neighbor goes to his home. Xiang shows Yan Shu the neighbor's message that he has left. So Yan Shi pulls Xiang towards him and kisses her. Xiang asks Yan Shi, are we a couple now? They are spending time together, and Xiang asks him, why didn't you come when I called you? Yan Shu explains, I got a call from my professor. The professor asked me to take care of a baby who was very sick. Xiang says, why didn't you tell me this before? I misunderstood you for all these years. Yan Shu says, before I could tell you anything, you had already broken up. Then they spend time together, and Yan Shi puts Xiang to sleep and kisses her cute face. The next day in the office, Yang and Yan Shi are in the elevator and Xiang is tickling Yan Shu. Yan Shu says to Xiang, what are you doing? We are in the office. Just then, the elevator door opens and they say goodbye to each other and leave. Xiang comes to Yan Shu's cabin and says, don't you want to tell anyone about our relationship? Yan Shi says, I'm not afraid of anyone. Are you scared? Xiang is about to go and tell everyone when she remembers that if Grandpa finds out, he will fire Yan Shi from his job. Yan Shi understands by looking at Xiang and pulls her towards him. Xiang accidentally steps on a switch, which locks all the cabin doors. Yan Shu is teasing Xiang and sees a romantic book in a file, so he asks her, did you bring this for me? Xiang says, this is Gao's doing, and leaves in anger. Xiang is sad about Yan Shu leaving and is packing his things. Yan Shi sees Yang sad and pulls her towards him, saying, don't be sad like this or I won't be able to leave. And now I have to work. You go from here. Xiang says, I just got a chance to spend time with you and you're asking me to leave. Yan Shi hugs Xiang. Just then, Gao comes there and says to Yan Shi, I came to help you pack your things. Gao is taking out the things, while Yan Shi and Xiang are playing a game. Xiang finds a photo frame, and Gao says, this is from when the boss first came to the company. Yan Shi and Xiang tease Gao and say, you're not as handsome as you used to be. Now even your hair is starting to fall out. Everyone is sad because Yan Shi is leaving. In the next scene, Yan Shi has come to drop Xiang home. Xiang says, you will go to Shanghai. I will be alone here. Yan Shi says, when you miss me, I will come to you. Xiang doesn't want to let Yan Shi go, so she texts him. Just then, the doorbell rings and Yan Shi is there. Then they both come inside and Xiang kisses Yan Shi. Yan Shi says to Xiang, if you wanted me to stay, why didn't you stop me? I was waiting at the door. Yan Shi picks up Xiang and takes her to the room. Xiang says to Yan Shi, first, close the windows. Yan Shi smiles and says, do you want anything else? Xiang asks for a kiss. Yan Shi says, I am tired. Wait for me, and sits down with Xiang. But Xiang is still waiting for Yan Shu to kiss her. When she looks at him, she gets angry and hits Yan Shu with a pillow, saying, I will not kiss you. Then Xiang hugs Yan Shu from behind and says, tomorrow you will leave, and I will miss you a lot. Yan Shi says, I have to go. Then they watch a movie together. Xiang falls asleep. So Yan Shu puts her to bed and is about to leave. Xiang stops him. In the next scene, Xiang is at the office, and Yan Shu calls her, saying, today is your first day at the office without me, so deal with everyone nicely. Xiang comes to the office, and many people enter the elevator. A slightly overweight man also comes and Gao tells him, if you suck in your stomach a little, the elevator will close and we can all go. When Zhang comes to her room, she finds some notes. Yan Shi has left a message saying, there's something for you on the computer. Xiang checks the computer and finds a video from the day of the event when she and Karma were locked in the room. The person who locked the room was Ming. In a meeting, the company head selects Tong to replace Yan Shi. The vice president says, he has a criminal record, how can we hire him? If we hire him, will you guarantee him? Then Xiang says to the vice president, do you guarantee Ming? The vice president says, yes, I take responsibility for him. Then Xiang shows the video from the day of the event. Seeing this, Ming tries to attack Xiang, and Tang stops him, causing Ming's pants to fall off. Everyone laughs at Ming. Tang tells Ming, it was an accident, I just wanted to stop you. The company head decides to fire Ming. In the next scene, Xiang texts Yan Shi, did you reach your office on your first day? Yan Shi replies, yes, but you got Ming fired from the office today. Xiang says he deserved it. Yan Shi says, I wish I could have seen you there. Xiang says, it's your fault. You left me. Yan Shi gets the job of head of the technical department in the new company. On the other hand, Xiang invites everyone for dinner. While everyone is eating, Xiang gets a call from Yan Shi. Yan Shi unbuttons his shirt and receives the call. Gao and the others are on the other side, so Yan Shi hangs up. Gao says, boss, how can you receive a call like that? What if Miss Xiang saw you? Yan Shi asks them, tell me why you called. Chengshu takes the phone from them and tells Yan Shi, everyone here is playing Truth or Dare, and Xiang went to the washroom, so they called you. When Xiang comes back, Chengshu tells Yan Shi, someone was asking for Xiang's number. Xiang takes the mobile from Chengshu and goes to the side. Yan Shi asks Xiang, was someone asking for your number? Xiang says, what do you think? I just give my number to anyone. Yan Shi says, that's not what I meant. I don't have much real-life experience, so try to understand me. Then he says, good night. Xiang is missing Yan Shi, so Yan Shi starts booking his ticket. In the next scene, Xiang is at home when a courier arrives. Xiang takes the courier and opens it to find tickets to a play. Just then, Yan Shi calls. Yan Shi asks Xiang, are you free? Xiang says, no, I am not free. Someone has invited me to watch a play with them. I can't spend time with you. I will go with him. Yan Shi says, all right. Yan Shi has a lot of work at the office, so he calls Xiang and says, I won't be able to come see you tomorrow. Xiang is a little sad. It's okay. You bought such expensive tickets. I'll just go watch the play alone. The next day, Yan Shi finishes his work early and comes to watch the play. Mr. Luo comes and sits next to Yan Shi. They are both surprised to see each other. Yan Shi calls Xiang, and she says, I am stuck in traffic. When Xiang arrives to watch the play, she sees Yan Shi and says, where did you come from? Yan Shi gets angry and grabs Xiang's hand, leading her away from there. Xiang asks Yan Shi, what happened to you? Just then, Xiang gets a call and is summoned to the police station. At the police station, Gao has been caught by the police. The policeman says, he was following a girl at night. Gao explains, I bought a new car so I was driving slowly. There was a girl in front of me who thought I was following her, so she complained. Xiang and Yan Shi tell the police, Gao is not that kind of boy, so the police let him go. In the next scene, Xiang is about to fall, but Yan Shi saves her from falling and says, are you still asleep? Xiang says, I am with you, so how can I sleep? Then Xiang shows Yan Shi a dance. Yan Shi tells Xiang, I missed you a lot. Then they kiss. Yan Shi says, today we will go out somewhere. Yan Shi and Xiang spend time together outside and book a room in a hotel. While Yan Shi and Xiang are spending time, Xiang says to Yan Shi, I have to go to a birthday party. You should come with me too. Yan Shi says, I've already been invited. In the next scene, Yan Shi and Xiang are brushing their teeth. Xiang kisses Yan Shi and smiles. Yan Shi kisses Xiang and hugs her. Xiang has bought something and Yan Shi sees the receipt, but Xiang quickly takes it from him. Yan Shi asks Xiang, why are you being so secretive? What you're thinking will happen next time. Chengshu is talking to Xiang and asks, did you go to see Yan Shi? Xiang smiles. Chengshu says, I miss him too. Next time you go, let me know. In the next scene, all the employees are enjoying a New Year party. Gao takes Xiang's phone and calls Yan Shi. Instead of Yan Shi, his boss answers the call. Gao and Mr. Ling are surprised to see each other. Yan Shi takes his phone from Mr. Ling and says, how can you answer my call without asking me? Then all the employees from both sides introduce themselves. Xiang and Yan Shi wish each other a happy new year and celebrate. In the next scene, Mr. Li, who manages the company, arrives. He comes to a meeting and Xiang presents some evidence against him, showing that the company's vice president has been manipulating the company's profits for years. And this is the reason for the company's losses. Mr. Li scolds Xiang, you are just a team leader. You cannot question the company's vice president, and how did you get the company's secrets? Xiang has no answer. Just then, the company's chairman arrives. The chairman says, the vice president will be investigated. The chairman starts to drink, and Xiang scolds him. Everyone is surprised to see Xiang. The chairman says, I promise I won't drink too much. Xiang passes the bottle to Grandpa, and everyone asks the chairman, why is Xiang calling you Grandpa? The chairman explains, because she is my granddaughter. Everyone is shocked that Xiang is the owner of the company. In the next scene, Xiang comes home and Yan Shi welcomes her. Xiang says to Yan Shi, when I see you cooking for me, I feel like we have become the perfect couple. Yan Shi asks Xiang, was your work at the office good? Xiang smiles. Then they eat, and Xiang has brought a jacket for Yan Shi and asks him to try it on. Yan Shi comes out wearing the jacket, and the doorbell rings. Xiang goes to the door and sees her grandpa. Xiang tells Yan Shi to hide, but Yan Shi says, I'll go get dressed. Then we can both tell Grandpa that we are together. Xiang says, no, this is not the right time, and hides Yan Shi in the cupboard. Grandpa tells Xiang, I will stay with you tonight, and asks Mr. Cheng to put the luggage in the room. Xiang stops Mr. Cheng, so Grandpa tells Xiang, you spend time with me and let Mr. Cheng go. Mr. Cheng goes to put the luggage in the guest room and sees Yan Shi there. So Mr. Cheng comes out and tells Grandpa, Xiang has filled the guest room with stuff, you can't stay here. So Grandpa says, all right, and says goodbye to Xiang and leaves. Xiang goes to Yan Shi, who says, you scared me. How long will you keep hiding me from your grandpa? Xiang says, I didn't do this on purpose. If I could have suddenly introduced you to him in this state. Then they kiss, and Xiang says goodbye to Yan Shi. In the next scene, when Yan Shi goes downstairs, Grandpa is waiting for him. Grandpa says to Yan Shi, you used to work in our company, but you quit. By the way, you cooked well. Yan Shi says, thanks. Grandpa says, you and Xiang belong to two different worlds, and your relationship won't last long. Xiang spent her childhood alone, and I don't want my granddaughter to be alone again after you leave her. And you can't give Xiang a good life with a modest job. If Xiang wants to be away from you, you must promise me that you won't stop her. You'll let her go. Yan Shi is shocked to hear all this. In the next scene, Xiang gets the vice president's seat, and everyone is very happy. The vice president wants to take revenge on Xiang, so she spreads the news in the company that Xiang is the chairman's granddaughter. So all the employees treat Xiang well and have a dinner party. Everyone finds out that the company is about to close down, so they all become sad. Xiang holds a meeting in the office and announces to everyone, I am the chairman's granddaughter and now I will manage the company myself. After bankruptcy, the company will close down, but we still have a chance. If you support me, I will not let the company close. Everyone agrees to support her. The team members invite Xiang to dinner. When Xiang arrives, she is happy to see Yan Shi and hugs him. Gao says to Xiang, I also want to hug the boss. When Gao hugs Yan Shi pushes him away. Gao says to Yan Shi, boss, this is not fair. Xiang says to Yan Shi, I missed you so much. While everyone is eating, they ask Yan Shi, have you gotten a girlfriend or not? Xiang gestures to Yan Shi not to say anything. Yan Shi says, yes, there is one. She is very ugly, but I like her. Xiang looks at Yan Shi angrily. Everyone says, could Mrs. Xiang be the boss's girlfriend? Gao says, the boss is saying she is ugly, and Mrs. Xiang is very beautiful. After everyone leaves, Xiang says to Yan Shi, your girlfriend is ugly? Yan Shi says, you are the most beautiful. Xiang comes to drop Yan Shi at the airport and he goes to his home. Yan Shi tells his brother, this time I will celebrate the festival with you. Xiang is enjoying the festival with her brother and grandpa. Yan Shi and Cheng Li are enjoying the festival. Just then, the doorbell rings. Yan Shi opens the door to see his father. Yan Shi closes the door and comes back, but his father keeps ringing the doorbell. Yan Shi opens the door and lets him in. His father says, I have earned a lot of money, and my stepmother has also come back and wants to meet him. Send your younger brother with me. Yan Shi gets angry hearing this. Then Yan Shi feeds his brother, packs his things, and sends him with his dad. Xiang is eating with her family and texting Yan Shi. Grandpa asks Xiang, what are you doing? Her brother says, Grandpa, don't you know she has a boyfriend? Xiang says, no, it's nothing like that. Then Grandpa takes their mobile phones and says, spend today with me, not with your phones. Ling comes to Yan Shi's place and says, I came to enjoy the festival with you today. Where is your brother? Yan Shi says, Dad took him with him. Then Ling is setting off firecrackers, and Yan Shi tells him, if the auntie across the street wakes up, she'll give us an earful. Just then the light turns on, and the auntie comes out and scolds Ling, but Ling doesn't care. He is happy. Just then, Yan Shi's other friends also arrive. In the next scene, Xiang gets ready and secretly goes to meet Yan Shi, but he is not at home. There, she meets a school friend who asks her, did you come to meet Yan Shi? Song doesn't talk to him, so the friend says, I know where Yan Shi is. Come with me. Song goes to Yan Shi and is angry to see him in a bar. Yan Shi sees Yang and comes to her, asking, what are you doing here? And he gets angry seeing her with Frank. Xiang says to Yan Shi, you didn't reply to my messages and now you're getting angry with me for being here. What are you doing here? Just then, a boy is harassing a girl, and Xiang's brother tries to save her. The boy breaks a bottle and attacks, and it accidentally comes towards Xiang. Yanshu saves Xiang, but he gets a cut. In the next scene, Yanshu asks Xiang, "What were you doing with Frank?" Xiang says, "I am angry with you. On the day of the festival, I wanted to spend time with you. I even went to your house, you weren't there. You didn't answer my calls or messages, and you're getting angry at me for being with Frank. I just met him there." Yanshu apologizes to Xiang and kisses her. Xiang says, "I am angry with you." Xiang's brother is calling her, so she starts to leave. Yanshu stops her and says, "You can't avoid me." Then they kiss. Xiang asks Yanshu, "What happened? Why are you so sad?" Yanshu tells her, "My father took my brother with him." Kai tells Xiang's brother, "I think she has gone home." Xiang says to Yanshu, "You should have told me this before. Promise me you will share everything with me." Then they kiss. Yanshu says, "We should get married now." Xiang says, "Today is an important day for us." Kai says to them, "When will you two come out?" Xiang's brother is looking for her. In the next scene, Xiang comes to meet Yanshu and tells him, "You shouldn't be so sad." Yanshu kisses Xiang, and Xiang's brother secretly takes a photo of them. Xiang introduces Yanshu to her brother. Xiang's brother shows very cold behavior towards Yanshu and tells him about Xiang's many past boyfriends. But Yanshu smiles hearing this. Xiang's brother tells Grandpa, "Today I made Xiang and Yanshu break up." Yanshu's friends are talking among themselves that Xiang's grandpa is very rich, so Yanshu should make a good impression on him. Yanshu's friends praise Yanshu in front of Grandpa to make a good impression. Wherever Grandpa goes, he only hears Yanshu's name. Grandpa gets frustrated hearing Yanshu's name over and over. Yanshu tells his friends that Xiang's grandpa has called him for a meeting. Grandpa tells Yanshu, "Xiang has lived her life enjoying it so far, and when she was in high school, she liked a boy. When that boy didn't come to her birthday party, she was very sad, and I think she still likes that same boy." Yanshu says, "I am with Xiang, and I am happy, and I was that boy." Grandpa is surprised to hear this, and then they both have a drink. In the next scene, Yanshu comes to Xiang's house and hugs her. Yanshu is about to kiss Xiang when a necklace falls out from his collar. Xiang sees that necklace, and it's the same one she wanted to give Yanshu on her birthday and had thrown away in anger. Yanshu tells Xiang, "I have always kept it safe." Then they kiss. The next morning, Yanshu tells Xiang the meaning of XYX, written on the necklace, that it's her name. Xiang smiles, hearing this. In the next scene, Xiang tells Yanshu where she is, and Yanshu says, "I'll be there soon too." Yang is flying a helicopter, and Yanshu is surprised to see her. Yang is flying the helicopter around, and she tells Yanshu, "I made something for you." Yanshu looks at the laptop and sees crooked lines on the screen. Zhang asks Yanshu, "Did you get the heart?" Yanshu says, "Yes, I got it." The other man tells Yanshu, "This doesn't look like a heart to me at all. Why are you lying to her?" Yanshu asks, "Do you have a girlfriend?" He says, "No. Will you tell me how to get a girlfriend?" Yanshu says, "The day you start seeing this shape as a heart, you will definitely make a friend." In the next scene, Xiang is about to go to Yanshu's room when her brother stops her and forcibly takes her with him. Yanshu is waiting for Xiang. Xiang brings a blanket for Yanshu and tells him, "I'm leaving now." Yanshu stops her and kisses her, and they spend time together. The next morning, his professor has come to see Yanshu. Just then, the bell rings, and as soon as Yanshu opens the door, Xiang hugs him. Yanshu signals to Xiang about the professor. Xiang is embarrassed to see the professor. After a lot of talking, the professor asks Yanshu, "You two look like a good couple. When are you getting married?" Yanshu says, "We are getting married soon, and you have to come to the wedding." After the professor leaves, Xiang says to Yanshu, "Why didn't you tell me the professor was with you? I felt so bad." Yanshu hugs Xiang and says, "You don't need to be embarrassed. You are my girlfriend." In the next scene, Xiang's grandpa's health deteriorates, so Xiang and her brother go to the hospital. On the other hand, news spread that the chairman's health is bad and the company will soon close down. To save the company, Xiang calls many people for a loan, but no one is willing to give one. In the next scene, Xiang goes to her grandpa, and Mrs. Liang also comes to see the chairman and tells him, "If you want to save the company, you'll have to work on new projects and need new techniques and equipment, and the technical department needs a new CDO. Grandpa says, "Will you recommend someone?" Mrs. Liang says, "I think Yanshu is the one for the CDO position." Xiang says, "I will talk to Yanshu." Xiang calls Yanshu, but Kai answers the call instead. When Xiang comes to the hospital, she sees that Yanshu has injured his leg. Yanshu hadn't told Xiang anything, so Xiang leaves in anger. Yanshu follows Xiang and hugs her, saying, "I'm not hurt badly. I didn't want to worry you." Xiang kisses Yanshu. While kissing, Yanshu feels a pain in his neck, so Xiang asks him, "What happened to you?" Yanshu says, "It's just a minor injury. It will be fine." Xiang gets angry and says to Yanshu, "Why didn't you tell me you had an accident?" Yanshu says, "I am perfectly fine. Don't worry." In the next scene, Yanshu is talking to Xiang. but she is busy on her mobile and tells him, I have to go because of work. Xiang is at the office, and an employee tells her that no technician is agreeing to work. Yanshi packs his bag because he is going abroad for an entrance test for aerospace, but Xiang pays no attention to him. Yanshi grabs Xiang and asks, what happened to you? If you have a problem, you can tell me. Xiang says, it's nothing like that. You go fulfill your dreams. Yanshi is working and Kai comes to him. Seeing Yanshi's rude behavior, he asks, did you have a fight with Xiang? Yanshi says, it's nothing like that. Kai says, Xiang must be very worried. Her company could go bankrupt at any time. Many employees are leaving the company. She must need a lot of employees and technicians right now. Hearing all this, Yanshi gets angry with Xiang. Yanshi is sitting with his friend when Xiang also comes there with the client. Yanshi sees Xiang and drinks a lot. Then he leaves without meeting her. When Xiang comes to her car, Yanshi is already there. Xiang tells Yanshi, I thought you had left. Yanshi pulls Xiang inside the car and kisses her. Yanshi shouts at Xiang, do I not matter to you? You were in such big trouble and you didn't tell me anything about it. Xiang gets emotional and gives no answer. Yanshi comes to meet Grandpa and tells him, I want to join the company. Grandpa says, I knew you would definitely help Xiang. In the next scene, the professor calls Xiang and says, Yanshi was going to fulfill his dream after so many years. First, he couldn't fulfill his dream because of his dad, and now because of you, he doesn't want to fulfill his dream. Xiang decides, I will not come between Yanshi and his dream. In an office meeting, everyone is blaming Xiang. You couldn't run the company properly, and the number of employees is also decreasing. Just then, Yanshi arrives and introduces himself as the new DC. Xiang says to Yanshi, why did you come here? The company doesn't need you. You should be fulfilling your dream. You have one last chance, and I don't want you to give up your dream because of me. And she says, please just leave from here. Just then, Yanshi kisses Xiang and says, your grandpa chose me for the DC seat. Xiang says, we should break up now. I don't want to see your face anymore. I don't want to work with you and nobody needs you. Yanshi says, I am going to work in this company and I do not accept this breakup. In the next scene, Yanshi's friends also come to the company and tell Xiang, we want to work in your company. Xiang is very angry with Yanshi. Mr. Cheng comes to Xiang and tells her, Yanshi came to see Grandpa last week and was taking care of him. Grandpa even gave him his chamber coat to clear out. Hearing this, Xiang gets angry and says, how could Grandpa do that? And she calls Grandpa and yells at him. The phone is with Yanshi, who tells her, why are you getting so angry? Xiang says to Yanshi, why do you have my grandpa's phone? Don't you have any work to do? When Grandpa comes back into the room, Yanshi tells him, Xiang broke up with me. Grandpa says, why did you two fight? Anyway, it's fine. I am happy about your breakup. In the next scene, Xiang remembers that today is Mr. Zhang's birthday. Yanshi and Xiang had decided to go together, but he went there alone. Mr. Zhang was the teacher of all the students. All the students are there. Yanshi is waiting for Xiang. Another girl is also there. She wants to sit with Yanshi, but all his friends prevent her from sitting next to him. Then Xiang also arrives and sits with Yanshi. Everyone is taking pictures, but Yanshi is looking at Xiang, and Yanshi has also ordered Xiang's favorite dish. Seeing all this, Xiang smiles. Frank says, Yanshi, you know I like Xiang, so why are you after her? Everyone starts talking about Xiang. Xiang tells Frank to stop talking. Yanshi tells everyone, I like Xiang, and I've been rejected twice. Everyone is talking about how good Xiang and Yanshi look together. Hearing this, Frank grabs Xiang's hand and takes her outside, trying to force her. Yanshi comes there, pushes Frank back, gives Xiang a coat and asks, are you okay? Frank says to Yanshi, you're trapping a rich girl, just like your father. And then, like your father, you will also leave Xiang, just as he left your mother. Hearing these words, Yanshi gets angry, but Xiang stops him. Yanshi drops Xiang home and leaves. On the way, he meets Frank, and Yanshi hits him. After beating up Frank when he goes back, Xiang is waiting for him. Yanshi tells Xiang, I will definitely go for the aerospace interview. Hearing this, Xiang becomes happy. Xiang says, if you were going to go anyway, why were you bothering me? Yanshi asks Xiang, do you still want us to break up? Xiang says, no, not at all. Yanshi shows Xiang a lot of gifts and says, these are for your birthday. Xiang says, so many gifts? Yanshi says, these are for your upcoming birthdays because you will be with me in all of them. Hearing this, Xiang becomes very happy, and they spend time together. The next day, Xiang tells Yanshi, my mom used to work at aerospace, and I am proud of her. You should also fulfill your dreams without any worries. I am with you. Xiang says, I told Grandpa to declare the company bankrupt, but I will become a little poor. Yanshi says, it's okay. I will take care of you. Then they hug and say goodbye to each other. Xiang goes to her grandpa, who says, you sold yourself. Xiang says, what are you saying? Grandpa shows her a message and says, Yanshi's mother gave $500 million to save our company. Yanshi's mother writes, Yanshi is my son, and after so many years, he came to me and asked for help. and told me that he has found his life partner, Xiang. Grandpa says, Yanxi is perfect for you. He went to the USA to his mom before the interview to help you. In the next scene, Yanxi gives the interview. On the other side, everyone is partying. Just then, a message comes on Yanxi's mobile that Yanxi has been selected in the aerospace interview. Xiang shows the message to everyone. Everyone gets excited and celebrates. Chengshu goes near Gao and apologizes, saying, I still love you, and kisses Gao. In the next scene, Yanshi is very happy that he is going to work at aerospace. Yanshi comes back home, and Xiang says to him, I was waiting for you. Yanshi says, I am very busy these days. Once the work is a little finished, I will take you somewhere. I have something very important to talk to you about. Xiang smiles. Xiang is fixing her makeup when Yanshi also comes there. Xiang is smiling, so Yanshi asks her, what happened to you? Xiang is waiting for Yanshi to propose to her, but Yanshi tells her, I have to leave here soon. Xiang is shocked to hear this. In the next scene, Chengshu says to Xiang, last time our product was launched, Yanshi participated as Dong, but this time it's nothing like that. Xiang says, don't you worry. Yanshi comes back, and Xiang is happy to see him. She notices he isn't talking to her, so she gets close to him. You are getting more handsome day by day. Yanshi says, I heard you hired a new secretary who is very handsome. Xiang explains, he is my junior and my cousin. Then they are kissing when Xiang's cousin comes there and acts like he didn't see anything. In the next scene, Yanshi has called Xiang to meet him alone. Xiang thinks Yanshi will propose to her today, but she finds out that it is the professor's birthday, so they all enjoy the birthday together. Yanshi says to Xiang, you are a bit too dressed up today. The next day, the satellite is launched, and with it, Yanshi's dream also comes true. During an interview, Yanshi proposes to Xiang in front of everyone. Xiang is very happy. A few days later, everyone is enjoying themselves like a family. Xiang's brother marries his girlfriend. Yanshi and Xiang are also happy with each other. A few years later, a child is shown who says to a lady, I want my mom and dad to get a divorce. The lady asks the child, why do you want to do that? The child says, because they are both busy with their own work. They don't have time for me. Just then, Xiang and Yanshi arrive. Xiang scolds the child, and she says to Yanshi, your child has become very naughty. And at the end, the three of them are very happy. And with this, the drama ends.